on, guys? Starting to score out 2001 here, bringing you another GTA 5 video for you guys today. And today I'm going to be taking a look at my first aircraft on this particular character, and this aircraft is going to be none other than the Mammoth Dodo. So let's get straight into it and see how it goes. I'm heading into my hangar so we can begin. Alright, so for what this plane is based off of, it is based off of the de Havilland Canada DHC-2 Beaver. And honestly, if you ask me, it matches the plane almost exactly. I was even able to find an image of the plane that has the exact same livery. So it matches very, very good. And it looks really good in game as well, so yeah. And as for where you can purchase this vehicle, it is available to purchase in Elitas Air Travel. And it is the cheapest plane in Elitas, being free to purchase. And this vehicle is going to be free for every player, so if you don't have it and you just want to build a bling collection, go on ahead and grab it. Alright, but now we can head straight into the customizations. And there isn't much customizations that you can do to this vehicle. The only options we have is to respray or to remove the vehicle from my hangar, which is pretty much selling it, even though I don't get any money for it. So yeah, let's just respray it. We also have a livery option, which is good as well. So I am going to stick with my theme of blue for the planes as well. So we're gonna make this in blue. And as for the livery, I'm going to grab the light blue livery just because the other two liveries are either red or yellow, and I don't really like that. So I'm gonna do this livery, and that's going to be it for this vehicle. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments about these customization options and about the vehicle itself. But for now, let's take it out and take it for a spin. Alright, so let's take this baby into the sky, shall we? And while we are flying around, I'm gonna talk about the stats of this plane. So in terms of the top speed, this plane can reach up to 134 miles per hour or 216 kilometers per hour, which is actually a lot faster than I thought it would have been. I mean, considering that the acceleration is pretty bad, you would have expected to be a little bit slow when it's actually in the air as well. But it does have some decent speed for the kind of the plane that it is. Also, the drivetrain is a rear wheel drive, obviously when it's driving on land, and the weight comes in at 2,000 kilograms or 4,409 pounds, which is quite heavy for the size of plane that it is. As for the handling, I think it is really good. The turning radius is pretty decent. It doesn't turn too quickly. It's not too much uncontrollable. I think this is a really good plane just for beginners. If you want to just try to learn how to actually fly in this game without crashing constantly. So it's a good beginner plane. So I would recommend getting it if you want to learn how to fly properly. Alright, so yeah, now I'm just going to land so that I can talk about the explosive resistance. Alright, so let's go on ahead and do that now. Alright, I will put a chart up on screen, alright, while I'm doing this, and you can see here once again the chart shows the amount of explosives that it can take when there's actually a player in the vehicle. Alright, so we have homing launchers. It could take up to 2 RPGs, grenades, sticky bombs, and other handheld explosives, it could take 1 explosive rounds from a sniper, it blows up in 2. Tank cannons, it only takes 1, and anti-aircraft trailers, it only takes 1. But we are testing the homing rockets out right now, and as you can see, it blew up in 2 shots, which I don't understand how that made any sense, because that should have been cut down in half since there was no players inside. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it technically destroyed it anyways, because by the time I shot the first rocket, it was already on fire. So if you're gonna get hit by a rocket, you might as well jump out after the first rocket. So, but yeah, that's the explosive resistance. Not that great, but at least it is slightly armored, so I'll take it. Okay, so now we can go on ahead and talk about the other features. Now, most of the other features I either see no relevance in talking about, or I have already talked about them earlier in the video. So the ones we are going to cover now are the most important. One being that it is available to win by chance as a mystery prize from the casino wheel, and the second one is that it can land on water, which is really good. It can drive on water, you are able to land on the water. So you can see here, that is exactly what I did. I landed on the water here near the boat port, and I am driving the plane on the water. I'm pretty much going to just drive the plane into my own parking spot. However, it is very hard to actually turn the plane on the water. Like, the handling on the water itself is not good. But it's still drivable on the water at least. But yeah, so yeah, just jump out. I could leave it parked right there in the water. Don't have to worry about it being destroyed or somehow sinking. The base of it, where the wheels are made to go on the water, so why not park it on the water? Alright, so let's head back into the plane so I can take a look at the interior of this thing. Alright, so let's go on ahead and switch to first person. But first, let me back up a little bit. Alright, so here we are. This is the inside of the plane. It is a 2-seater vehicle, I think. It might be a 4-seater, I don't exactly remember. But it has enough room, so maybe it is a 4-seater. Everything else looks pretty decent. Good view out of the windows. There are a lot of dials and buttons and whatnot in this plane. Yeah, this makes me feel like I would never look to become a pilot. This all just looks confusing. But honestly, the interior looks good, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, it's a really good looking plane on the inside, and a decent looking plane from the outside, so I'll take it. Alright, so now it is time for me to give my closing thoughts on this vehicle. So everything with this vehicle is just, in my opinion, very average. The handling, it's good on the handling. In air, on land, it's decent. On the water, it's not that great. The acceleration when you're trying to take off is not good at all. And yeah, the top speed is good. Everything else in that vehicle is pretty much just on par with every other slow plane in the game. Alright, so yeah, but yeah, that's really all there is to this vehicle. There's nothing much else to talk about. So I'm gonna end this video here for today. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you have not, turn on notifications so you do not miss any future videos or live streams. Click the link in the description here to take you straight to all of my individual social links. My name is _2001 and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, and as always, have a great one. See you all later. Goodbye.